Why did the Greek Revolution begin in 1821, and why didn't the Greeks shake off Ottoman rule in the 360 years after Constantinople was conquered? So, revolutions don't happen overnight, meaning there's preparation that goes into creating a serious resistance movement. And you might ask, well, why didn't the Greeks revolt immediately after the conquest? And my short answer is because the Byzantine Empire was incredibly weak, the Ottoman Empire was incredibly strong. Members of the Greek wealthy elite were either absorbed into the Ottoman Empire, fled to the West, which started the Renaissance, or they lost their wealth and status. So this means that large-scale social and political movements would be starting from square one. But to return to the initial question of why did the revolution happen in 1821 and not sooner, I'm going to focus on three main factors that led to the Greek Revolution. First, you need ideological preparation to create a shared vision. You need international legitimacy and support. And you need internal and grassroots organizing, meaning manpower, money, weapons, logistics. So let's start with the first point, creating a shared vision of independence. The late 18th and early 19th centuries became the age of revolutions against monarchical regimes and empires. Think American Revolution, French Revolution. The Greek Revolution was born out of this era that saw a surge in national consciousness across Europe, fueled by the Enlightenment and the French Revolution. And Adamantios Korais was a scholar and intellectual force behind Greek independence. He even corresponded with Thomas Jefferson to discuss Greek independence and potential forms of government. So Greeks were inspired by ideas of liberty and self-determination and started to see themselves as a distinct nation, no longer as subjects of the Ottoman Empire. And it's important to think about how the Greeks were identifying at this time. Did they consider themselves a cohesive group, or were they disjointed in sub-ethnic or regional groups? Think Cretans, Macedonians. Were they speaking the same form of Greek? So you need to think about all the stages of development that the modern Greek language went through to get to where it is today. A standard had to be set, and Korais was a very important part of this. Other questions to think about is how did the Greeks decide on power structures? Meaning, once the Ottomans were overthrown, who is in charge next? What's your political system? All of these need to be discussed and decided, and this takes time, of course. So to this end, the wealthy and academic elites created secret societies like the Philiki Eteria, which was formed in 1814, to organize and spread revolutionary ideas among Greeks both within Ottoman territories and in the diaspora. Okay, so now let's move on to point two, international recognition and support.